Howdy Partners! Guess what? I'm going cowboy. Or should I say, cowgirl. Welcome to the show. Today we're saddling up for a cowboy adventure across the legendary cowboy states of the USA. I've packed my bags, mostly snacks and plaid shirts, and I'm ready to dive boots first into cowboy culture. We're hitting Texas, Wyoming, Montana, and more. Will I look good in a Stetson? Probably not, but I'm trying anyway. So grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's hit the dusty trail together. Giddy up, let's go! First stop, Texas. The land of wide open spaces, big dreams, and even bigger appetites. I've always heard the legends, the myths, the tales of a place where everything is larger than life. And I was ready to see if it lived up to the hype. Everything really is bigger here. The sky stretches out forever, a canvas of endless blue. The landscapes roll on, seemingly without end, a testament to the sheer scale of this incredible state. It's a place that makes you feel small in the best possible way. The hats, oh, the hats! They're not just accessories, they're statements. Towering monuments to Western style, casting shade and making an impression. The belt buckles, each one a gleaming badge of honor, a personal declaration of Texan pride. These aren't your average buckles, they're works of art. My first mission? Get a real cowboy hat. I figured if I was going to immerse myself in the culture, I needed the proper headgear. I tried on a classic, looked like a bobblehead, the brim dwarfing my face. It was a bit much, even for Texas, but the store owner just nodded. That's the one, girl. He clearly knew something I didn't. Maybe it was the sheer audacity of the hat that made it perfect. Texans are incredibly welcoming. From the moment I arrived, I felt like I was part of the family. Their hospitality is as legendary as their steaks. I met a real-deal cowboy who called me over and taught me some slang. He had the weathered face of someone who'd spent his life under the Texas sun and a twinkle in his eye that suggested he knew more than he let on. Apparently, I have gumption, which, as he explained, is a good thing. It means I have the spirit and determination to tackle anything that comes my way. Now, the food. I'd heard whispers of legendary steaks, and I was ready to put those rumors to the test. I ordered a steak the size of a small asteroid. It arrived on a platter, a mountain of perfectly cooked beef, daring me to conquer it. It was so good, each bite a symphony of flavor, a testament to the art of grilling. I nearly slipped into a food coma at the table. It was a close call, but I wouldn't have traded that experience for anything. The cowboy culture is everywhere. It permeates every aspect of life here. In the music, the twang of the guitars, the soulful lyrics that tell stories of love, loss, and the open road. The leatherwork, the intricate designs, the smell of tanned hide, a testament to the skill and artistry of the craftspeople. The way people carry themselves. With a quiet confidence, a sense of self-assuredness that comes from knowing who you are and where you come from. I even tried two-stepping at a honky-tonk. I figured when in Texas, let's just say, I have two left feet and nearly took out a waitress. My attempt at the two-step resembled more of a chaotic shuffle, much to the amusement and slight terror of those around me. But just being there, soaking it all in, felt like stepping into a movie, only with better snacks. The atmosphere was electric, the energy infectious. Texas, you're a star, a shining beacon of southern charm and western grit. And I might need a bigger belt buckle before I leave. To commemorate the experience, of course. Onward, the adventure continues and I can't wait to see what's next. Next up on our great American road trip, Wyoming, the cowboy state, a land steeped in history where the spirit of the Wild West still roams free. The land is vast, stretching out as far as the eye can see, the sky impossibly blue, a canvas of endless possibilities. It's a place where you can truly breathe. And the rodeos? Absolutely electric. The energy is palpable. The excitement contagious. Watching real cowboys and cowgirls ride broncs and race barrels with such skill and daring was jaw-dropping. The athleticism and precision are truly something to behold. They make it look easy. It's not. It takes years of practice, dedication, and a whole lot of grit to master these skills. Inspired by their incredible feats, I decided to try my hand at learning the lasso. My instructor, Brenda, a true Wyoming native, was incredibly patient, guiding me through the basics with a smile. But alas, my attempts looked more like a confused octopus wrestling with a rope than a seasoned cowboy. The lasso had a mind of its own, it seemed. And wouldn't you know it, I managed to lasso myself. Twice. I'm pretty sure Brenda was trying not to laugh. But Brenda cheered me on anyway, bless her heart. Her encouragement was unwavering. Beyond my rope-related disasters, Wyoming's landscapes are truly breathtaking. Majestic mountains, endless plains, and winding rivers. A feast for the eyes at every turn. It makes you feel small in the best way, a humbling reminder of the power and beauty of nature. And the cowboy coffee here is strong enough to wake the dead, and maybe even bring them back for a second cup. The people are as rugged and genuine as the land itself, embodying the true spirit of the West. Always ready with a story, a hearty laugh, or some sage advice, usually about not injuring yourself in some ridiculous way. I left Wyoming with a sense of awe, a slightly bruised ego, and a burning dream to one day successfully lasso something other than my own leg. Maybe a tortoise, a very slow-moving tortoise. But alas, adventure calls, and it's on to the next state, Yee-Haw. Montana, big sky country. The sky here is IMAX-sized and the sense of freedom is unreal. I visited a real working ranch where cowboys still mend fences and look effortlessly cool. My turn to ride a horse meet Patches, my patient steed. I was excited and terrified. Getting on was a feat. Once up, I felt tall and very unstable. We started at a walk, then Jed, the ranch hand, suggested a trot. Suddenly I was bouncing everywhere, hat flying off, teeth chattering. Respect for real cowboys skyrocketed. They make it look easy. I looked like a fish out of water. Despite the bumps, it was exhilarating. I rode a horse in Montana and only almost fell off 3 times. My backside will remember Patches for days. But I did it, and that's what counts. Montana, you're wild and wonderful. Next stop, Oklahoma. A land of wide open spaces where the sky stretches out forever and the sunsets paint the plains in fiery hues. It's a place where the spirit of the West still thrives and the echoes of cowboys and pioneers resonate through the air. If you want Wild West heritage, this is the place. Step back in time as you wander through historic towns where wooden storefronts and dusty streets whisper tales of a bygone era. I visited the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, a treasure trove of artifacts and stories that celebrate the American West. The museum boasts stunning art, from sweeping landscapes to intimate portraits of cowboys and Native Americans. Each piece tells a story, capturing the essence of the West, and historic saddles, each one a testament to the craftsmanship and skill of the saddle makers who helped shape the West. You can almost feel the presence of the cowboys who rode these saddles across the open range. The museum also shares stories of outlaws and lawmen, the figures who defined the struggle between order and chaos in the Wild West. Their legends continue to fascinate and inspire. Locals here blend Southern hospitality with Western grit, creating a unique and welcoming atmosphere. They're always ready with a smile and a helping hand. They know how to tell a story, spinning yarns that will transport you to another time and place. Gather round and listen close, because these stories are the heart and soul of Oklahoma. And they know where to find the best chicken fried steak. This iconic dish is a must-try for any visitor to Oklahoma, a true taste of Southern comfort. Country music is everywhere, filling the air with twangy guitars and heartfelt lyrics. It's the soundtrack to life in Oklahoma. I tried line dancing, badly, my 2 left feet struggling to keep up with the rhythm. But it's all about joining in and laughing at yourself, embracing the spirit of fun and camaraderie. Nobody cares if you mess up, as long as you're having a good time. Boots are the thing here. They're not just footwear, they're a statement, a symbol of Western pride. I got fitted for a pair by a true craftsman, a master of his trade who poured his heart and soul into every stitch. They made me feel taller, cooler, and ready to yodel. Suddenly I felt like I could conquer the world, or at least ride a horse into the sunset. Walking in my new boots, I finally started to look the part, a genuine Okie, ready to embrace the Western lifestyle, even if I didn't always act it. There were definitely moments where my city slicker tendencies shone through. Oklahoma wears its history with pride, honoring the legacy of its pioneers and Native American tribes, and looks forward with a twinkle in its eye, embracing innovation and progress while staying true to its roots. My boots are coming with me for the rest of the journey. They're more than just footwear. They're a reminder of the spirit of Oklahoma. On to the next adventure. The open road beckons, promising new experiences and unforgettable memories. Click-clack, the sound of my boots on the pavement, a rhythm that carries me forward into the unknown. Colorado, where cowboy life meets the Rockies. The air is thin, the views are epic, and the cowboys are extra rugged. Mountain cattle drives here are legendary. I didn't join one, my boots were too clean, but the stories were wild. The altitude hit me hard. I got winded just walking for coffee while locals zipped around like mountain goats. Then disaster. A gust of wind sent my beloved cowboy hat flying down a ravine. The mountain is a hat thief, apparently. I spent the rest of my time hatless and slightly vulnerable. But Colorado's mountain towns, scenic train rides, and pine-scented air are unforgettable. The mountain cowboys have a quiet confidence and resilience I admire. Colorado, you took my breath and my hat, but gave me memories for a lifetime. Onward! New Mexico, the land of enchantment. A blend of native Hispanic and cowboy cultures set against stunning desert backdrops. I stumbled into a local cowboy festival, music and dancing, turquoise jewelry, and spicy food with green chilies that set my mouth on fire. The desert landscapes are otherworldly, and the cowboy tradition here is tough and unique. I learned the state question, red or green chili. I tried both, sometimes at once. My sinuses have never been clearer. One night, I joined a cowboy campfire under a sky full of stars. Locals shared songs and stories, and I confessed my cowboy mishaps. Turns out everyone starts somewhere, and laughter is part of the journey. New Mexico's quiet magic and warmth left a mark on me. I now have a higher tolerance for spicy food, and a deeper appreciation for the Southwest. On to the final chapter, let's ride. Arizona, the final frontier. Home to Western legends Tombstone and more cacti than you can count. Walking through Tombstone felt like stepping onto a movie set. I watched a gunfight reenactment and bought a giant sheriff's badge. The saguaro cacti are iconic and very pointy. I learned that the hard way while posing for a photo. Ouch. I took a jeep tour through stunning red rock country at sunset. The colors were unreal. Visiting a historic ranch showed me how tough life was for early cowboys. Heat, isolation, and scarce water. In a quirky cowboy town, I had apple pie with locals who shared stories and stargazing tips. Arizona's rugged beauty and spirit of independence made it the perfect end to my journey. The cowboy spirit is about resilience, adventure, and a deep connection to the land, and maybe avoiding pointy plants. What a ride! Hey there, partners! I recommend you check out the great travel links that I have included for you in the description below. Maybe you can make some savings on your next trip. I hope so. That's a wrap on my whirlwind tour through the cowboy states. I found cowboys, kindness, breathtaking beauty, and a lot of laughs, mostly at my own expense. The cowboy spirit, adventure, resilience, and neighborliness is alive and well. Thanks for riding along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for the next adventure. Until then, happy trails, partners!